Hello again and welcome. So today I started coding again. I'd taken a bit of a hiatus. I had moved to a new location, and during that time, I had so many things to do. I just stopped coding. And today, or yesterday, actually, uh, I started getting back to work, and I'm finding that once I start, it's very difficult to stop. So I spent the whole day working on stuff and not getting very far, but that's not unusual. Uh, anyway, one of the things that I was working on was trying to get some interactive, uh, kind of like filling out a form interactively using speech. This may be, let me turn the volume down a little bit on my voice here. Uh, and I started to realize that there are some problems using Vosk, specifically for short phrases. It always wants to put the word the in front. So if you ask for first name, for example, it comes back and has the name. So it would say, "What's your name?" And I'd say Michael, and it would come back the Michael, which was rather annoying. And I couldn't figure out any way to fix that. Moreover, I was having trouble using it together with uh, some text to speech. So, in other words, it would say something like, "What is your name?" And then it would want me to reply. It would listen. And the timing is very difficult on this because the function called for the text to speech finishes very quickly, less than a second and milliseconds. And however, it takes a little while for that audio to actually play. So what happens is that you get some text, and the text gets changed to an audio file, and then the audio file gets played. I'm using GTTS. This is Google's text to speech, and I think it just sounds a lot better than anything I can run locally. So by the time the audio has started playing, the program has already moved on to the listening function, starting up Vosk, listening, and then converting that to text. And so it's hearing what's being spoken from GTTS. So one thing I tried was to have it sleep before starting up the Vosk's listening, and that didn't work very well. And then I tried running them as joined threads so that the first thread would have to finish before the second one started. And there were some issues with that. And it was during this time when I was trying all of these things that I noticed that even when it was hearing my name, it was prepending the to it. So I started thinking, this is not very good. Let me test this. And so I went back to the original microphone. Well, let me show you uh, here. I think it's here, Visual Studio Code here. And let me open up the correct thing. This is not it. I don't want this. Open a folder and what did I call this? Speech test, I think. I don't think so. That can't be it. Open a folder. Well, I know that it is in this Julie data. And so all the way at the bottom, there is test the microphone here. And make sure that I'm in the right environment. And then if I run this, it starts to recognize text. Michael, Michael, Michael. So I don't know if you saw that. Right there, it's sticking the in there for no reason. So let me stop this. And no matter what I tried, didn't fix that. So that's no good. So I really can't use this. And so I've started working on this instead. So let me make sure that this is, well, this is not good because now I've asked for it in restricted mode, and that's not going to let me do anything. All right, so right now you can see that I've got DeepSpeech running. Right now you can see that I've got DeepSpeech running. Well, this isn't looking too good. Not looking too good. Not looking too good. Okay, I'm not sure what to do. All right, I'm going to stop this here. And let's go back to OBS. And just me here. So I don't really know what to do at this point. It seems as though DeepSpeech is not as accurate as Vosk, but Vosk has problems. So I'm going to try to do some of this interactive programming with DeepSpeech. And I'm going to play with, there's a value here. Let's go back here for a second. There's a value here called VAD aggressiveness. And this, what this does is, I guess it has some kind of noise suppression. And so I've got a rather noisy fan that is on my computer because I'm running a K80 there and I need extra cooling. So one of the things that I can do here is when I start this up, it starts up, if I don't do a minus V3, that's the default anyway. 3 is the default. 3 is the default. Okay, so you can see that it is missing things. And I suppose that that could be because of the noise filter. So notice that when I say so, it doesn't show up. And I think that's because the S, right, that noise it sounds like noise. So if I stop this and I set that to 1, so what? So what? It catches that word more often now. It catches that word more often now. All right, it's not doing well. All right, and I have to see if I can do something with a combination of that. And also, it may be that I'm running some filters in my settings. Let's see, let's go to sound here. And let's take a look at the input device is the microphone. And this is a pretty good microphone. I don't think that there are any filters running here. I know I have filters for OBS, but those should not affect what's going to DeepSpeech. Anyway, this is still a problem. One would think that these kinds of things would have been worked out by now, but they have not been. So here I am. I'm trying to make some progress and do some real work with voice control, and I'm finding that maybe the state of the art right now just isn't good enough. That the word error rate is too high. Certainly, I'm getting more than the 7 or 8% error rate that DeepSpeech advertises. I would say that it's not the case with Vosk. Vosk is probably pretty close to 8 to 10% error rate. And if I speak very distinctly, I think I can even do better. But it may be due to the fact that I have that noisy fan. I can turn that off and do some testing. It may be due to the fact that my microphone is about 7 feet away from me right now. It may be that I have to move that closer in order to get some better results. So I'll see. I'll do some of this testing and let you know how it goes. But for now, this is a little update on Vosk and DeepSpeech. Sorry, the news isn't better.